Hello, I'm Grady Johnson. I'm the group publisher of SC Biz News. Here in Charleston, where I live and work, we're the Charleston Regional Business Journal. In the Midlands, we're the Columbia Regional Business Report. In the Upstate, we're GSA Business Report. We also publish South Carolina Lawyers Weekly, North Carolina Lawyers Weekly, and the Mecklenburg Times. It's my honor to welcome you to the GSA Business Report's inaugural 40 Under 40 event. We, of course, would all like to be together for this celebration, but sadly, the ongoing uncertainty of the COVID-19 disease just doesn't allow for that. However, there's something that a virtual awards event offers that a live event doesn't. A virtual event lives on forever, archived on our website, and bookmarked in your favorites folder. It allows for out-of-town parents, family, and friends to easily join in on the fun. Today, we're celebrating 40 young professionals that have achieved an uncommon degree of success early in their careers. They focus on work and community. They go above and beyond by donating personal time, money, and talents to the Upstate's nonprofits and charitable and entrepreneurial organizations that keep our community vibrant. These young professionals were nominated by our readers and vetted and selected by a committee of business leaders. It certainly gives our team great satisfaction to be able to recognize and honor these executives today. Now, I'm going to kick it over to our team in Greenville. Enjoy the show.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to GSA Business Report's inaugural 40 Under 40 event. Thank you for joining us as we prepare to honor 40 young Upstate executives. Chosen by our readers, these executives have demonstrated uncommon success in their chosen fields of business and a commitment to giving back to their community. To kick off the festivities, please welcome GSA Business Report publisher, Rick Jenkins.
Thank you, everyone. You know, virtual applause may not be quite as warm and inviting as the applause that could occur at a live event, but I have a good imagination, and I can feel the love and excitement emanating from computer monitors across the Upstate right now. I'm so glad you could join us today for our 40 Under 40 virtual event. Thank you to Grady Johnson for that introduction. Grady is my boss, and he's over in the Low Country watching right now. And I'm Rick Jenkins, the publisher at GSA Business Report. And it is my honor to be able to bring this event to you today. I think you're going to enjoy it. I know I certainly had a good time watching it all come together. You're going to see 40 short interviews, about 2 minutes each, with all of our honorees. I just didn't have the energy to do all 40 interviews myself, so I enlisted the help of Joe LaPena. Joe is the president and CEO at Drum Creative and a longtime partner of ours. Joe and I split up the interviewing duties, and we really had fun doing it. Joe, come on out. Joe, how's it going, man?
Good. How are you,
Rick?
Rick?
Good to see you.
Good
Elbow.
to see you, yeah.
All right. We're standing about 6 feet apart.
Yeah, looks good.
Okay. All right. I had fun doing this. Did you?
I really did. It was a great time.
It was a good time, and I so appreciate you helping me do it because 40 people, too much, man. Too much.
It's a lot of people.
I know it. But we had a good time. We kind of split them up 20 apiece, and it was fun. So we have 2 different studios, and thanks to Joe and his crew at Drum Creative, because you guys provided the studios, and you went in one, I went in one, and we had a good time doing it.
Oh, we really did. And there were some great honorees that we got to talk to. It was really good to get to meet each of them.
You know, I knew a whole lot of these folks just working in the business community here. But there was quite a few that I did not know, so it was good to meet those guys, and I can't wait for you guys to see them as well.
Yeah.
So, Joe, it's about time to get the show on the road.
Yeah.
We're going to go, so why don't you take off to your studio?
All right.
I'm getting ready to head to mine, and I'll see you in just a few.
Sounds good.
All right, buddy. One last thing before we start, folks. We have 40 honorees, but only 37 of them were able to make it into our studio for the interview. But you know what? The other 3 that couldn't make it, they had a really, really good reason. During the time we filmed these interviews, those 3 honorees had more important things on their mind. They were all expecting mothers. After we hear from the first 37 honorees, we'll get an update on what's going on with the other 3, and you won't want to miss that, so stick around. Let's take just a minute to watch a message, and when we come back, Joe and I will be in separate studios talking to our 40 honorees. We'll be right back. right, welcome everyone. This is our very first interview, and my first one of this 40 Under 40 event is Adam Drews. And Adam is the General Manager and CMO at Kopis, and that is of the ERP division. What's the ERP division?
It is basically a fancy accounting system. So
Got it.
as soon as you outgrow something like QuickBooks or
Right.
Xero, and you need to bring more things into the system and have a tighter integration,
Right,
that's where we come
that's
in.
what it is.
Yes, sir.
You've been at Kopis for 16 years, and you came there right out of school, right?
Correct, yeah.
Tell me about that.
Andy and I were playing hockey in Greenville. I was in Clemson.
Some kind of not real hockey, or roller hockey. Or,
Man.
not, see, I said the wrong thing. I just meant not ice hockey.
It was not ice hockey.
That's all I meant.
I grew up at the beach.
All I meant.
There wasn't a lot of ice hockey in Myrtle Beach. So
Got it.
I played roller hockey. We did eventually move on and started playing ice hockey here at the Pavilion and played for a long time. But that's how we met.
And you've been together ever since.
Yes, sir.
You say you like to hire people smarter than you.
Yes.
Why is that?
Because it's a whole lot easier to get awesome things done if
That's
we all
right.
are working towards a common goal. Then
That's right.
Yeah, absolutely.
How many employees at Kopis now?
We're getting close to 50.
Are you?
Yeah,
That's great.
yeah.
All right, folks, that concludes our first interview with Adam Drews, and Adam is with Kopis. And Adam, congratulations once again. You're going to take your plaque. We're going to get a couple photos, and the next interview is coming up next with Joe.
Thanks, Rick. My first interview today is with Ramon Nieves-Lugo. He is the president and chief marketing officer at Unicomm Media Group. How you doing?
Doing well.
Good. Congratulations
Thank
to
you. Appreciate it.
So, at one point, you decided on a career direction.
Yeah.
One career would have tied you to a desk, but you chose the other. What other option did you go with, and why?
Well, I chose marketing. The marketing was the route that I took because I felt it was more interactive. You had more opportunities to do things in the community, do things in the event space. You just had a lot more options. I really enjoy the opportunity to have different options. So I was able to move around, do different things, and so I landed on marketing. I just had it felt like there was a passion there for it. I really kind of enjoy the people aspect of it, and so I just decided to say, hey, let me just try it and see what happens. So yeah.
And there's a lot of variety in that.
There
too,
is
that
a lot
gives
of
it-
variety. Yes.
Well, so I know the Hispanic community is extremely important to you, and I want you to tell us about a marketing plan that you helped develop for Prisma that was aimed at young Hispanic mothers.
Yes, that was really one of the early test projects that we did, and it was a very fun one, but also a very important one. What I enjoyed about that was that they had a challenge. Prisma had a challenge about reaching Hispanic moms, especially those that were pregnant, and so expecting they needed to do several things in the process, and so visiting the doctor was one of the most important things. What they didn't realize and what was happening is that there was usually 2 visits, and they were not taking advantage of that first visit. They were coming in too late in the pregnancy term. So we were really we just started communicating to them about the importance of coming in early. And what was beautiful is like Prisma tracked when expecting moms were coming in. They were tracking them what week they were in, and it was great to see them. It was great to see that when we started, it was roughly like 19 weeks in when Hispanic moms were coming in. By the end of this campaign that we did, it was roughly, they were coming in about 12 to 13 weeks. So it was great to see that chart just go down and see them coming in earlier. Yet we were also pushing, seeing more moms and more Hispanic moms, and that was great. But it was great to see them coming in earlier than later.
Yeah, and that's a huge impact.
It is a huge impact.
Oh, I love that. I love that. And I know you're active in the community, and so what organization that you help is really important to you?
First of all, I would say that all of them are important to me. They're phenomenal. I really enjoy them. But I really love Fall for Greenville. I think Fall for Greenville, it's one of those that I feel like I'm making an impact really here in the upstate.
Yeah.
There a lot of I'm involved with a lot of organizations that I know we're making a lot of impact, and please, whoever listens to this, know that I love your organization.
fair.
But
That's
but
fair.
Fall for Greenville is just there because it's an event that is impacting a lot of people instantly in the weekend. Even though we're not having it this year as normal, we are just. It's just one of those that I was able to create something that impacts the community, and I just love.
That's great.
The Fall for Greenville is just one of the best, one of the ones that I really like a
I
lot.
love that. I love that. Well, Ramon, congratulations to you.
Thank you.
Hey, back to you, Rick.
Our next honoree is David Martin, who is the CEO at Tribe 513. David, welcome.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
Tell me what Tribe 513 is.
It is the parent company for independent medical practices in the upstate, Parkside Pediatrics, Brio Internal Medicine, Parkside OBGYN. Those are the more familiar brands to folks.
I got it. You wanted to follow in the footsteps of your dad, didn't you? He was a hospital administrator?
He was,
Yeah.
We're in Sumter, where I grew up.
Right.
He sure
Right.
was.
And so you grew up with it.
Yes, sir, I did.
Your faith is important to you, and I've seen you talk about it a lot, and I've seen some quotes from you. Tell me how that has impacted how you do business.
Yeah, I mean, I think that it just kind of leads the way with how I lead my folks, and I tell people all the time that you don't have to be a Christian to know that a lot of things Jesus said were pretty good words of wisdom. So servant leadership, humility, grace, candor, transparency. Those are things that as a company we really tend to lead with.
Right.
But yeah,
Perfectly said. Perfectly said. David, congratulations one more time.
Thank you.
And we're up to the next one. Joe, take it away.
Our next honoree is Kyle Newton. He is the Assistant Superintendent of Anderson School District 5 and council member at the city of Anderson. Welcome.
Thank you.
Congratulations
Thank
to
you.
you.
I appreciate it.
Well, okay, so you're a superintendent at the school district and a council member. You're a busy man.
Oh yeah, very much so. And I have a 4-year-old and a 3-year-old. So
Oh, my goodness.
Never a dull day.
Oh, that's fantastic. Man, now you've just raised the bar. So a legislative internship once got you interested in education policy. How did that influence your career path?
It's funny. I've always been interested in politics, but I never really thought about getting involved. And then one day I was in college and an internship possibility came by, and before I knew it, a couple months later I was in Atlanta. So I was interning, and I really almost randomly got placed with the education committee. At first, I was like, maybe I want to do something judicial or maybe even higher ed, but I got placed with K-12. So that was kind of the beginning of me really getting interested in education policy, which kind of led to my role with the State Department of Education in Atlanta. And then I moved to South Carolina and took a job in Anderson School District 5.
Wow. So what do you enjoy more? Being a council member or working with the school district?
Ooh, that's a rough one. It depends on the day. It depends on what's going on.
Right.
Right now, obviously, in the world we're in, there are challenges to both. Just being with the school district, obviously, getting kids back to school, that's a pretty big deal, obviously. But, even from the city perspective, looking at things like mask ordinances, how's revenue going to be impacted, hospitality revenue. So there's a lot of challenges for both. So I guess any given day, that can change.
Wow. Well, I'll tell you what, I do not envy your position at all. What is your leadership philosophy?
Leadership philosophy, I guess, just for the people who work with me in the school district, is just hire good people and let them do their job. Don't micromanage. Just find a good person and turn them loose. Hold people accountable, but don't micromanage.
That is a great philosophy. Well, listen, Kyle Newton, congratulations to you.
Thank you. I do appreciate it.
Back to you, Rick.
Kyle, congratulations. We appreciate everything you're doing over Anderson School District 5, and we appreciate you being a member of our chamber and on our board of directors. So very proud of you, excited at everything you're doing with your commitment and your dedication to Anderson County. Congratulations.
Our next honoree is Brittany Wolff, and Brittany is the financial advisor at Raymond James. Brittany, how are you?
Doing well. How are you doing this
I'm
morning?
doing well. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
I believe you decided against pursuing a career in the medical industry.
I did. Yes, I thought I was going to be probably a doctor.
You did?
For most of my life. Yes.
Yeah?
I mean, I guess so far.
And you didn't want to do that?
Organic chem got in the way.
Oh my gosh.
As many others probably would say.
Yeah, I had a couple of those instances in college myself. But now you're at Raymond James. Tell me about that.
Yes, I've been at Raymond James for 5 years. Don't plan on leaving.
Yeah.
So I was very blessed to start out my financial career at Raymond James. And I learned very quickly that it was the financial advising role was something that checked off all the boxes, if you will. And so I was thankful to have a supportive management that said, go ahead and do that.
Right.
And it's been fun so far.
I would guess that the vast majority of your peers are over 50 years old, and I would guess that the vast majority are men. Is that correct?
Oh, that is correct. Yes.
How is that working with that group?
It's fun. I like a challenge, and it is a challenge,
Yeah.
being very unique. But it's also, I think, an advantage for what I do because now I can serve or relate more to an entire demographic that maybe those particular advisors cannot.
Right. That's a good way to put it. Brittany, congratulations again.
Thank you.
I appreciate you joining us. Let's see who's next.
We're here with Luis Martinez, Vice President and Commercial Relations Manager at TD Bank. Congratulations.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Hey, so as a young child, you showed signs of being an entrepreneur. Apparently, you pitched business ideas to your parents?
Yeah. So I was an only child, so I pitched a lot of things growing up. But yeah, I grew up in that type of environment. My family, I always had ideas. They gave me the opportunity to talk about them. But yeah, certainly I was doing that my whole life.
Oh, I love that. I'm an only child too. So, okay. Man, unite. Okay, so there are some important principles that you have for you. They're inclusion and respect. Can you talk about that?
Sure. So probably for the last 6 or 7 years at TD Bank, I've been associated with our diversity and inclusion team. We call it Minorities in Leadership. And for me, I've always been groomed and had great mentors to be open to inclusion and diversity in every conversation. And that's been very important for me.
Oh, and it is extremely important today. So you also are a firm believer in giving back, and you're a volunteer in a variety of ways. Name one that's especially important to you.
So for me, absolutely, giving back is very important. I believe in utilizing the talents that you have. One of the boards that I'm extremely proud to be a part of is Anderson Interfaith Ministries. That's an organization in town that has been near and dear to my heart, and I've been very honored to serve with them.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Well, listen, congratulations to you, Luis. Back to you, Rick.
Luis, congratulations on your selection as a top 40 under 40. What well-deserved recognition for you. Thank you for what you continue to do for TD Bank and this community.
Congratulations, Luis. Thanks for all you do for the TD team.
Congratulations, Luis. Job well done on your involvement in the community. Your representation makes us proud to call you a teammate.
Congratulations, Luis. What an accomplishment.
Congratulations on the well-deserved honor, and keep it going.
Luis, congratulations from your Anderson Area Chamber of Commerce. We're really proud that you're a member of ours and excited at everything you've been doing with our Anderson Rising Young Professional Program, and we're excited to see what your future holds. Thank you for all of your commitment, your dedication, and your servant leadership. Congratulations.
Our next honoree is Luis Martinez, and he is the Director of Marketing Intelligence at Denny's. That has to be a fun job.
It really is. I mean, anytime you get to be at the heart of what the consumer wants and what drives them, I mean, that's an exciting proposition.
Of course it is. I got to ask you, what's your favorite breakfast? Mine is the Grand Slam.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's the Grand Slam as well. I think if we're talking dinner entrees, I'm a sucker for chicken fingers, and Denny's has some great ones.
Okay. Note to self, I'll grab those. You're the son of immigrants, right?
I am. My parents came to this country from El Salvador.
Uh-huh.
And, it's kind of classic American dream. These are
Right.
people that came to this country with nothing, wanted to make a better life for their future family.
Right.
5 kids later, 30 years later, here we are.
Yeah.
I was the first person in my family to go to college.
And you went to Harvard.
I did go to Harvard.
Isn't that crazy?
I was
First
very-
person in the family goes to Harvard.
Very blessed, very fortunate, but also the part of a lot of hard work and support from people like my parents.
Right. Congratulations, Luis.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate you being here. After we finish, you'll take that and get a photo. Everyone, that was Luis. Let's see who's next.
I'm here with Katie Thompson, Creative Director at Table 301. Congratulations to you.
Thank you. Thanks.
Well, welcome. So tell me, what is it like working at Table 301, and what's your favorite restaurant in the group?
Oh gosh, this is the hardest question because they're all so different in so many different ways. My favorite thing about working for Table 301 is the people. And it's just a great environment. I think when you have so many different personalities and different restaurants, I'm someone that gets really bored quickly, and so just being able to like jump from place to place and run down the street to Lazy Goat and then run up the street to Sobeys and maybe taste something in the kitchen at Nosedive. It's just been a lot of fun for the past now 6 years. Yeah.
That's great. That's
Yeah.
great. Now, you're obviously creative. I mean, I look at this picture of you. There's a lot of paint on your face. I love that.
Oh, yeah.
So you've opened and designed 5 restaurants for 301. What's that like?
It's really fun. It's really exciting just being able to kind of put your mark on downtown. I mean, our downtown's growing so quickly, and I think just being a part of that excitement and being able to walk into a restaurant and say, wow, we did this, I did this. Hey, I, drew that chalkboard art on the wall, has been really exciting and fulfilling for me.
That, yeah, and you can see your
Yes.
fingerprints all throughout the area. So I
That's
love
so fun.
that. I
Yeah.
love that. So you went to Furman, and now you're on the Young Alumni Council. Is that fun?
It's pretty cool. Yeah, it's exciting. And I just joined last year, but just being around young alumni and being able to give back in that way to your school and engaging with alumni in our community or alumni that have traveled, to Texas and California and other countries. It's just been really nice and a great way to connect with the school after graduation as well.
Well, that's great.
Yeah.
All right, well, that is Katie Thompson, Creative Director at Table 301. Congratulations to you. Who we have next, Rick?
Okay, we're back, and our next honoree is Danielle Besser. Danielle is the Public Relations Manager at Upstate SC Alliance. Danielle, I've known you a while. How you doing?
Doing well. How about you, Rick?
I'm doing fine. Congratulations to you.
Thank you. I appreciate this honor.
Oh, sure. You received a degree in journalism, I believe.
I did.
And which is important to me because I also received a degree in journalism. And how did you go from being a journalist to working at an economic development agency?
Naturally, I had covered the Economic Development Agency, so I knew their business for a few years. We had a good working relationship, and I had the opportunity to shift gears and join their team.
And so you did.
I did.
You're from Florida?
I am.
You went to some place called DeLand High School.
I did.
Is it DeLand or DeLand?
DeLand.
DeLand.
Or some people say D-Land.
DeLand.
I
And
said
you were a
DeLand.
bulldog there.
That's right.
Now, see, I did some serious research
It's a
on that
big throwback.
one. Your father was a sports writer?
Yes.
And so you grew up with it.
I did, yeah. Had access to a lot of interesting places as a young girl, locker rooms and sidelines to basketball games and that
You
kind
covered
of
the
thing.
NBA.
No, more like, yeah, Orlando Magic.
Well, now hang on now. No or yes? Yes, he
He
did.
did.
And the Olympics or something.
He has, yeah.
Okay. All right, good. All right. Thought I had the wrong information for a split second. How is it working for Upstate Alliance, really? Because they are such an important part of the Upstate. You do such important work, and for those of you who may not know, the Upstate Alliance is pretty much responsible for promoting this place that we all live and we work to the world, really. How do you like that?
It's amazing. I mean,
Yeah.
the Upstate is such a welcoming community, especially to people like me who are not from here and who've come here and had the opportunity to grow and make connections. And of course, we're a strong manufacturing environment. And my husband is a material science engineer working for one of the area's major manufacturers. So I'm able to kind of experience the impact of what the Alliance does in my personal life as well.
That's pretty cool. I did not know that. One last thing, the picture that was just shown on the screen for our viewers was this picture right here. And I'm showing the picture of Danielle as a little girl, and that's the cutest thing I think I've ever seen.
I was a hippie for Halloween.
You were a hippie.
My brother's Darth Vader.
Oh, well, perfect. You can't beat that. All right, congratulations, Danielle.
Thank you.
Joe, who you got next?
Our next honoree is Megan Early-Soppa. She is an attorney at Mosley Mercenac Law Group. And so now, congratulations to you, first off.
Thank you. I'm very honored and was very surprised.
I mean, hey, listen, you've earned it. And I heard that you applied to law school only to buy some time until you figured out what you really wanted to do with your life. Is that true?
Yes, it's very true. I graduated from college a year early. So that fourth year I worked, and my parents were like, you just turned 21, you have a job, you need to figure your life out because this is a lot. Like, you're partying, I don't know what to do. So I was like, oh, what's longer than getting a master's? I'm not going to be a doctor. I'll go to law school.
Wow.
And that was it. And I went to law school, lived with my grandparents to save money, and I paid my way through using the money I'd saved from working, and now I'm a lawyer.
That's incredible. Like, I don't know that I would have taken that choice like that, but hey, that's awesome. So what areas of law do you practice?
So we are a transportation and logistics firm. We primarily work in trucking. 90% of our client base is trucking clients. I do mostly catastrophic wrecks all over the country. So when you see those big wrecks, 6-car pileups, usually I'm getting a call at some point saying, hey, Megan, ding dong, somebody ran over something.
Oh my goodness. Wow.
Yeah.
So, okay. So now on another note, you're involved in a large number of community causes, including sitting on a number of boards. Name a cause that's especially important to you.
Well, it's hard to pick because that's why I'm involved in so many things, but I really have a strong connection to the Hispanic Alliance. I've been involved, I mentored 2 young ladies who came here, unfortunately illegally, as young children, and they are both on DACA, and they've been here 15 years now. They've graduated college, they're married, and they have children.
Wow.
And it's amazing to see how people come to our America, they come to our community, and they thrive under such extreme circumstances. And the Hispanic Alliance has done a lot to fight for people like that who are just trying to make a better way. And it's very important to me, and I love to see what they do in the community, along with all the other organizations that I'm working with. But that one really just it tugs on my heartstrings a little bit more.
Well, Megan, congratulations to you. Let's see who's next.
Next up is Shawn Bell. Shawn is the city administrator for Fountain Inn. Shawn, I love Fountain Inn. How's it like working there?
Well, thank you. It's really been a pleasure to be there for the past 3 years, to be a part of a community that is growing so rapidly, but also really striving to maintain that small town culture and charm.
Right. Now, before you got to Fountain Inn, you worked in Abbeville. Same job, right? Lake City, kind of the same jobs?
Yeah, I in South Carolina started off as the assistant city manager in Abbeville, and then I spent 3 years as the city administrator in Lake City before coming to Fountain Inn.
You got a master's in public administration, so I think you've known you wanted to do this for a while. How do you choose this track in your career?
Sure. Well, I definitely didn't grow up thinking, wow, I want to be a city manager. I always actually thought I was going to be an attorney someday, but I worked in government relations, worked in politics, and one day when I was living out in Washington, D.C. and decided I needed a change. And so I went to go get my master's, and then the very first class, the professor was talking about a city manager, and I stopped him afterwards and said, tell me about this.
Right.
And helped me get a year-long internship working for a city manager, and I guess the rest is history.
The rest is history.
That's right.
Well, congratulations, Shawn. Appreciate you being here. And congrats again being an honoree of 40 under 40.
Well, thank you. It's an honor.
Well, good. All right, folks, let's go back to Joe and see who he's got.
Up next is Lelia King. She is the Executive Director at Build Carolina. Congratulations to you.
Thank you so much.
Well, listen, so you you earned a degree in journalism and communications.
Yes.
So how did that prepare you for what you're doing now?
Oh, such a great question. And I actually was on a panel just last week of Georgia, seniors talking about this. And I said, I think that the number one thing about learning the skill of kind of journalism was research, and how that really prepared me to be able to go out and figure out, anything really,
right,
including kind of how to change careers and how to start a nonprofit and all things I did not prepare for in undergrad, but those research classes and kind of just digging in.
I love how you tied that into how that's helped you to what you're doing today.
Yeah.
So tell us about Build Carolina's mission.
Yeah, Build Carolina is really all about talent. So we know that in South Carolina, we're not unique, that we have some talent issues, some gaps in both training and then retaining great talent here, especially when it comes to kind of innovation and tech. So Build Carolina, we run 2 programs right now that directly affect talent. One is Carolina Code School, so coding, and SC Codes, which is a statewide program.
Oh man, and very important programs to have.
Yeah.
Especially in today's day and age.
Yes.
I love that. So do you have a passion outside of work?
Oh, well, many. I am a parent, which is, I don't know if it's a passion so much as just a job and something that I love, but that certainly takes up a lot of our time right now.
Yes.
My husband and I really enjoy going to play Top Golf. We enjoy being outside, and just living in Greenville. It's such a great place to be.
Well, thank you very much, Lelia. Congratulations to you.
All right, I am here with Sallie Gold. She is the owner of True Color Printing. Sallie, how you doing?
Hey, I'm doing great. How are you, Rick?
I am doing well. Congratulations to you.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
You got into the family business.
I did.
You started when you were young, right? You were working in this business at what, after school, weekends, what?
After school, it was extra TV time in the beginning for my sister and I, which was nice. And at that point, it was putting stickers on folders or stuffing envelopes, but come a long way. There's machines that have replaced me in that capability, but
and that's a good thing now.
Yes.
And now you own it.
I do.
What is it like owning your own business at such a young age?
It's kind of wild, I would say. You do feel that pressure sometimes on your shoulders, but you just take it day by day and certainly moment by moment and just strive for the long run as well.
Right. When we sent out some questionnaires to our honorees to ask them a few questions, on one of them you responded back that you like, quote, a bit of anarchy in the office place. What the heck does that mean, Sallie?
A little wild anarchy, letting people feel that they have the power, having it handed over to them. I think it gives people a sense of ownership, certainly. And the confidence to be able to make their own decisions and know that I'll stand behind them in that place.
Wild anarchy.
Wild anarchy.
I love it. I love it. Okay, folks, that's Sallie Go. Congratulations again.
Thank you so much, Rick.
Our next honoree is Megan Ramsey, Director of Marketing Communications at the American Heart Association. Megan, congratulations to you.
Thank you so much.
So there is some irony in the fact that you work for the American Heart Association. Tell our viewers about that.
There is. So actually, when I was 3 years old, I underwent open heart surgery. And since then, I've had a few procedures. So I tell people often that my work is near and dear to my heart, and I really mean that literally.
You mean that.
Yeah.
Wow, I love that. And when I heard that, I was like, that is incredible.
Yeah.
So you started your career in media sales. So how did it divert into nonprofit work?
Yeah, so media sales was really my first experience with marketing and communication. And from there, I just was really drawn to the creative side of communication. So was a marketing director in Charlotte, and then life moved me to Greenville. So when the opportunity with the American Heart Association came up, and with my history, I just knew it was the perfect path.
I love that. I love that. And so now you lead a local women's heart and stroke survivor group.
I do.
Okay, can you tell our viewers about that?
Yeah, so a lot of people don't know that heart disease is the #1 killer of women, and 1 in 3 women die of heart disease. So many women are affected by heart disease and stroke. So, this has given me an opportunity to connect with other women within the community, women in their 30s that have had heart attacks and women in their 20s that have had stroke. So it's really just a chance for us all to come together and share our stories and kind of lean on each other for support.
Wow. Well, thank you so much for sharing your story with us. Congratulations on your award. Let's see who's next.
Next up, folks, is Danielle Britt. Danielle is the Vice President of Business Development for Allen Tate Companies. Danielle, how you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Good to see you. I'm doing
Good to
well.
see you.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Are you from Tennessee?
I am.
How long ago did you come to Greenville?
2007.
Yeah, so you've been here a while. Have you made it home?
Yeah, this is, to me, Greenville's home.
Good.
Yes.
Good.
Definitely made it home for me.
All right, so you do all kinds of stuff.
I do.
You work at Allen Tate by day. You own a bar. I'm assuming you go there after work, and then in your spare time on Saturdays you write books.
Correct.
Is that right?
That's exactly right.
Tell me about Allen Tate.
So as a vice president, my responsibility is to, bring new business to the company and just represent them as a whole.
Right.
They're a great company, without a doubt.
And you own this bar. What's the name of that bar?
It's Gizmo Bar in
And
downtown Greenville.
Downtown. Whereabouts in downtown?
Across from the Hyatt, so North Main Street. So
Okay.
right directly across from Roost.
Right.
Yeah, it's fun. It's a techie bar.
A techie bar. What
yeah.
is a techie bar?
So it has 6 screens on the bar that actually disperse out into like 4 different screens. But you can play games. You can order your food, your drinks, surf the internet.
How about that? And the name one more time?
It's Gizmo Bar.
Gizmo Bar.
Yes.
Now I know why it's called Gizmo Bar. I'm going to check it out.
Yes.
You also wrote a book, Your Life, Your Career, Your Choice.
Yes.
Why did you do this, and when did you do this? And
I did it. I started it right when COVID happened, actually. I've been wanting to write it, and I took it as an opportunity. Most people were placed on furlough, and so I feel like anybody can be whatever they want to be, right? And so I feel like a lot of people think that they can't be successful because they don't have a college degree, etc. And so I wrote a book to motivate people and hopefully encourage them that if you're in a place in your life where you feel like you can't cross that barrier, you can do it. Just perseverance and dedication. So I put all my guts in the book about pursuing your dreams.
all her guts are in the book. That's good advice from Danielle Britt. Congratulations.
Thank
Danielle.
you. Appreciate it.
We are here with Megan Spagnolo, Project Manager at CBRE. So, congratulations to you first.
Thank you.
So now both your grandfathers were Masons and your dad owned an architecture firm.
Yes.
So how did that shape you in your career?
Well, gosh, since I was a little girl, I was always on project sites, construction sites. So I was always fascinated with real estate, construction, and how, commercial real estate can really impact a community. And I saw that growing up through my family.
That's amazing. So like your family, how that impacts you, and you've just been around it all your life, and now, so
Yes.
now you're a project manager.
Yes.
So what do you do for the company?
So for CBRE, I am an owner's rep for commercial construction projects. So any clients that we have, I represent their interests in a construction project. So from architect, engineer selection, general construction, bidding, furniture, cabling, IT, moves,
Wow.
schedule, budget. I organize it all.
The whole gamut.
The whole gamut.
Wow,
So
and that has to be a huge undertaking every time.
it is, but I love it, and I'm so passionate about it. I think from growing up around it, it's
Mhm.
just something I love to do. So,
Oh.
and helping people.
Yeah.
And making, hopefully a positive impact on employees and also the community.
Fantastic. So now you started with the company in Philadelphia.
Yes.
So that's very different than Greenville.
Definitely, yes.
So you want to talk a little bit about that?
Sure. So I moved here, it'll be 2 years ago in September from Philadelphia. CBRE, I worked there, started out as a receptionist actually to get my foot in the door. And we call it the boomerang effect for CBRE. I worked there for, I think, about 3 or 4 years and then went internal to a client to do portfolio management. They're leasing and construction around the country for a financial firm. And then CBRE kind of recruited me back and said, we need some new talent in Greenville to grow the project management business. And
Huh.
are you interested? And they flew me down here to see what it's like, and I fell in love with Greenville.
And here you are.
And I'm here, and I'm so glad I made the move. Like, Greenville is such a special city.
Yeah.
It's like, I feel like I could live here forever. It's a wonderful community.
Wow. Well, congratulations to you, Megan. Let's see who's next.
I am now with Dr. Jermaine Worrell. He is the Vice President of Workforce and Development for Greenville Technical College. Jermaine, how you doing, man?
I'm doing outstanding.
It's good to see you. I haven't seen you in a while. It's probably, I don't know, 8, 9 months since I saw you. You holding up all right during these challenging times?
Very much so.
Good.
Very much so.
I bet y'all are crazy busy at the college.
We're trying to produce workforce development, so it's always evolving.
Right. You're not from here, are you?
From Charleston.
You're from Charleston, and you came to Greenville when?
2016 from Atlanta.
What took you from Charleston to Atlanta?
Well, I was in Georgia for almost a decade working in the university system and the technical college system there.
I see.
And had a great opportunity to come back to South Carolina and provide economic development and workforce development. I said, I have to do it.
Right, right. Tech college system, so that's what you enjoy doing.
I love it. That's my passion.
Right.
Quick story, my parents both
Please.
met at Trident Tech. Mary Thornley in her class, who was the current president there. So I tell people I was actually birthed out of the technical college system. So.
That's good. I like that. You ought to keep using that. You had a hand, I find this very interesting, you had a hand in paving the way for Greenville Tech to be the first technical college to offer a 4-year degree. Is that correct?
Absolutely.
Is that the first tech college in South Carolina?
Yes, sir.
Or the first tech college wherever?
First in South Carolina. So
Okay.
about 19 other states prior to us already had technical or community colleges getting baccalaureate degrees. So we were the 20th state when we enacted
I
that
see.
legislation.
And what is the 4-year degree that you offer now?
It's in advanced manufacturing technology.
Of course it is. Makes
which
sense.
Makes sense for our region.
Yeah. Dr. Worrell, I appreciate you. Congratulations. And let's see who's next. Joe, take it away.
Jermaine, congratulations on being recognized as one of the 40 leaders under 40. That's awful impressive, but I'm not real surprised because you are a great leader with what you contribute to Greenville Technical College, what you do for our students, and certainly your involvement in the community. So you are what I would characterize a well-rounded leader. I'm proud to call you a member of our team, a member of Greenville Technical College, and once again, congratulations, Jermaine.
We are here with Naomi Sargent, Vice President of Strategic Communications at the Spartanburg Chamber of Commerce. Congratulations to you, Naomi.
Thank you.
So, what does your job entail?
So I lead the communications team that serves our Chamber of Commerce, our Convention and Visitors Bureau, and our Economic Futures Group.
Okay.
So communications and marketing for all of those entities, really putting Spartanburg on the map and helping tell its story.
Right, and Spartanburg is really growing, right?
Absolutely. It's come a tremendous way over the last few years.
Well, what's your favorite part?
I really like Spartanburg's vibe. It's very authentic. It's got a little bit of grit and soul to it.
Uh-huh. Oh, I love that. I love that. Now, you said you thrive on making places better for the people who live in them. How so?
Yes, I really like to get people involved and engaged in their communities, help them develop their community pride and passion to place by getting them invested in a way that makes them want to stay in the community that they're in.
Well, congratulations, Naomi. What you're doing is extremely important in our business community, especially in today's day and age. And let's see who's up next.
Thank you.
The accolades for Spartanburg continue to roll in, Naomi, and a lot of that's due in large part to your work, your vision, and your leadership. So I am in no way surprised that GSA wanted to recognize you as a leader, not only in Spartanburg, but in our region. So on behalf of the entire team, the executive board, and our community, congratulations. We are so proud of you, and we are so proud to have you on our team.
Welcome back, everyone. I am now with Haley Bledsoe. Haley is the Director of Marketing and Advertising for Spinks. Haley, welcome and congratulations.
Thank you so much. Glad to be here.
It is good to see you.
Great to see you too.
If I remember right, I read that once upon a time you had a dream of being a Radio City music rockette.
That's correct. That was my childhood dream. Started when I was about 12, when I saw them for the first time, of course. And
what happened?
About 4 surgeries later on my knees and my ankles, my father gently encouraged me to find a new passion.
I got you.
Yes.
And so you had to just leave that dream behind.
Leave that one behind. Still love them,
Right.
but just not on the stage.
Right. And now you're working for Spinks, but before you did that, you had a very interesting job. You were the communications director at the South Carolina office for the Attorney General, right?
That's correct. I was for
How was
attorney.
that?
It was fantastic.
Yeah?
I worked for the current Attorney General, Alan Wilson,
Yeah.
for 4 years and learned more than I ever thought. Got to do a lot, see a lot. I've been to every small town in South Carolina that there is.
Goodness, I bet you have.
So great years working for him. He's a great person.
And now you work for Spinks. How's that?
Yes, it's great.
Yeah.
It's so much fun working for a local company.
Right.
I'm able to work in the community and give back to the community, but also I get to do some fun things around the country with other C-stores as well.
And they are growing like crazy still?
That's correct. We are growing
right.
like tumbleweeds down in Charleston.
Growing like tumbleweeds. Wait a second. Growing like tumbleweeds in Charleston? Y'all are down in Charleston?
We are in
How
the
many?
Charleston market. We've got about 12 stores down in the Charleston market right now and building. We've got one opening this November.
Really? I didn't even know that.
That's right.
Where
84
else besides the upstate in Charleston?
all over the upstate, some in Columbia and the Charleston area. So we now have 84 stores across the state.
84 stores. Where are y'all going to stop? You taking over the entire state? You going to move out of the state? What? Give
Who
me the
knows?
scoop.
The sky's the limit.
The sky is the limit. I love it, folks. That is Haley Bledsoe. Congratulations again.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I am here with the VP of Institutional Advancement for Tri-County Technical College. I'm with Grayson Kelly. Grayson, congratulations to you.
Thank you. Good to be with you this morning.
Yeah. So I want to just kind of throw a quick question out at you. Your dad was a high school principal.
Yep.
Your mom was a teacher and coach. A career in education was in the cards for you, right?
Yeah, that's right. So, I grew up around education, and I saw the impact that my parents had on a lot of students and in the community, and I knew that I was always driven to do something similar.
Wow. So in your position, what does your job entail?
So I get to serve as the Chief External Affairs Officer for the college. So I get the privilege every day of waking up and talking about Tri-County Technical College and selling it to our community, whether that's through public relations or whether that's to our business and industry partners or our donors.
Yeah. So I've heard that you've been quite innovative at Tri-County Tech. Tell us about the relationship model that you've adapted.
Yeah, so we've created a different kind of relationship model to where we don't want to just go to an industry partner and ask them for money. We want to prove that we're worth the investment that they're willing to make into us. So we've created a relationship strategy that we go in and we train students, we provide training opportunities for their employees, and then hopefully on the back end they see what that investment's worth and they'll invest in the college, whether that be in equipment or scholarships or technical scholars programs or whatever that may be.
Wow. And that's really important as you're trying to build, and for the future of the college and everything.
That's right.
That's great. Well, listen, Grayson, congratulations to you. Let's see who's up next.
Congratulations, Grayson Kelly, on being named one of the members of the 2020 class of 40 under 40. Grayson, we're very proud of you at Tri-County Technical College, particularly for your accomplishments in serving our students, our employees, and our communities. Thanks for being a part of a great team here.
Grayson, congratulations. We're so very proud of you and everything you're doing to help move forward Anderson County as a whole at Tri-County Technical College and on our executive committee of our Anderson Chamber Board of Directors. Thank you for your leadership and your dedication and your commitment to Anderson County. Congratulations.
Our next honoree is Zach Chastain. He is the Senior Digital Strategist at Fuel. Congratulations to you.
Thank you.
All right, so you started an IT business when you were 15 years old.
That's right.
Really?
Yeah.
So tell me about that.
Well, I was in this program in high school that just taught you some kind of basic computer repair and networking skills through the local career center. And I picked up a lot of skills in that class. I really enjoyed doing it. I got my first professional certification over the summer. I took the study guide with me on vacation.
Wow.
And
At 15 years old, right?
Yeah. So I just got really good at it, and I started doing it for friends and family. And eventually I built it up into some local businesses, and then eventually even some government contracts.
Wow. And so now you're here, you're at Fuel, and tell us a little bit about Fuel.
So we're a full service agency in downtown Greenville. I've been with Fuel for about 3 years now. When I first came to Fuel, we were working really heavily with a lot of luxury real estate clients, but we've started to expand into a lot of other verticals as well. It's a really great place to work, and I just love being a part of the team there.
That's great. Now, you volunteer for many organizations. Could you pick one for us and tell us why that's important to you?
I'd say, I've done a lot of work with the Career and Technology Center in Williamston.
Okay.
That's where the program that I went through when I was in high school.
Okay.
And I think there's a lot of value in programs like that, just helping you kind of understand what you want to do with your life early on, start to learn some of those skills that are going to help you later on in life. I think being able to learn those skills and learn more about yourself at a young age sets you up to really accelerate your career and be very successful.
Well, I think you're the perfect guy to do it. For a guy who started a business when he was 15 years old, and now you're mentoring young people and everything. I think that is absolutely great. Hey, listen, congratulations to you on your award.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Zach. Well deserved.
Zach, fantastic job. Thank you for always going above and beyond.
Hey, congrats, Zach. We're proud of you. So proud of you.
Congratulations, Zach.
It's well deserved. You're so knowledgeable and helpful and encouraging to everyone you work with.
Zach, cheers to you. Thanks for your contributions to Fuel and congratulations.
I am now with Jesse Carter. Jesse is the Vice President and Broker in Charge at SBN Blackstream. Jesse, welcome and congratulations.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Glad to be here.
It is good to have you. You've been with SBN for 6 years, something like that?
Yep, going on 6 years.
What's it like working there?
It's great company. Excited to work there and glad to have been there for the past 6 years.
Right.
They've won Top Workplace Award the past 2 years, so
they sure have.
It's been an exciting time and great people to work with.
Right. SVN, what do they concentrate on? Where's your sweet spot?
So SVN Blackstream, we're a commercial brokerage,
right?
Real estate brokerage. So we focus on leasing and investment sales, all of the above, all asset classes, everything.
You seem pretty young to be a broker in charge and vice president. What are you, like 18, 19? I won't make you say. Your parents are partially responsible, I believe, for leading you in the direction that you went. I think they manage rental property, is that right?
They do, as a part-time basis.
Yeah.
So when I was younger, they had some rental properties, started off with one, got me introduced to it, and when I was younger, I'd run around, help them fix the rental properties, and got to see all aspects of that. So that's what kind of ultimately led me into this direction.
Right. You do a lot of volunteer work, a whole lot of volunteer work, if I remember correctly. Pick one, tell me about it.
So one of my near and dear to my heart's Rebuild Upstate.
Yep.
They're a local organization here that pick projects from the Upstate, Anderson, Greenville, surrounding counties, and they have an application process to where you get to team up with people either you work with or friends and family and work on specific projects to help people in the community that might need something to make their homes safer or more enjoyable.
Right. Folks, that's Jesse Carter. He is with SBN Blackstream. Congratulations one more time, Jesse.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Our next honoree is Ryan Thackeray. He is the Associate Director of Philanthropy for Nature Conservancy. Congratulations to you.
Thank you, Joe.
Yeah. So now your mission, what is the mission of the Nature Conservancy?
Sure. So our mission's pretty simple, Joe. Our mission is to protect the lands and waters on which all life depends. And the Nature Conservancy is the largest and leading conservation organization in the United States. But we have chapters in all 50 states. So I work for the South Carolina chapter. We have operations in all 50 states and 72 countries abroad
Wow.
to do just that, to create a world where people and nature thrive together.
Well, that was a mouthful, but that's absolutely fantastic. So definitely a widespread from just the area.
Sure, yeah. So I'm obviously based out of our upstate office here in Greenville. We also have offices in Columbia and down the coast in Mount Pleasant. And our focus is to protect land and to also restore land, to restore our forests. And right here in the upstate, as we all know, we have a gem of natural resources here in the upstate.
Yeah.
The Southern Blue Ridge Mountains are such a place for great recreation. It's such a great place for nature. And so it's an honor to be a part of the Nature Conservancy and work with our members across the upstate to protect these lands so that they're around for future generations to enjoy.
Oh, I love that. I love that. So tell us about Camp the Falls.
So Camp the Falls, yes. So Camp the Falls is a wild and crazy idea my wife and I had a few years ago. We were learning about this growing popularity of urban camping, and we thought, how cool would it be if we could have urban camping in Greenville? And let's take it a step further. And how cool would it be if it was in Falls Park, right downtown? Right. And at the same time, I was on the board for the Rotary Club of Greenville, which has been a great honor to be a part of that group for many years. And we were looking for a new fundraiser after our Roper Mountain Holiday Lights, which we had done for 25 years. We were looking to go in new directions, so I came to the Rotary Board and I said, well, what if we have this Camp the Falls? What if we have a big outdoor festival in Falls Park, and then we raffle off tickets for lucky folks to be able to come back the following weekend and camp out in Falls Park? And everybody said, That sounds great. Let's
Yeah,
go for it.
it does.
So yeah, it was about 3 years in the making. It took a lot of meetings, a lot of collaboration with the city of Greenville. A lot of partner organizations came together, but in the end, we successfully last September held Camp the Falls, a one-day festival in Falls Park, followed by again a camp out the following weekend for 10 lucky raffle winners to experience urban camping in our great city.
Oh, I love that. Absolutely fantastic. Well, Ryan, congratulations on your award. Let's see who's next.
Thanks, Joe.
I'm now with John Monarch. He is the CEO at ShipChain. John, welcome and congratulations.
Thank you for having me, and thank you very much.
Oh, you're welcome. It's good to have you here. You started a software company once upon a time in the 3rd grade. I mean, really? Tell me about that.
We just made little games for Macintosh, and that was kind of my first foray into starting businesses, and I kind of haven't looked back ever since.
You were an entrepreneur from an early age.
I looked at family members, and I had a lot of those in the family on both sides, so it was really a helpful thing.
Right. And then you sold websites to restaurants as a teenager.
Right. I tried getting jobs in Greenwood, actually, even busboy jobs, and they said I all needed experience, so I wondered how you even bother getting that at 15, and just started doing door-to-door to restaurants.
And now you are the CEO of ShipChain, and you started that pretty much out of college?
No, I had some other work I did out of college. This is actually about 3 years old.
3 years old, and you went to Clemson?
I did.
Okay, all right. So tell me about ShipChain. What is it?
So, have you ever wondered why you can see where your pizza is when it's being delivered, the exact location of it, but when it's a multi-million-dollar shipment of freight, you have absolutely no idea? That's the problem we wanted to solve.
That's interesting. I never thought of it in those terms. And you are correct. I can see exactly where my food is. And so you wanted to solve this problem. No one else had solved it. Is that?
It's not a sexy industry, so to speak. So
Right.
freight gets kind of ignored. And
Right.
now that there's a lot more technology that can go with it, hardware in trucks even, and we use blockchain technology to help make it more trustworthy data.
Right.
So it's something that it all kind of came together as a perfect storm, and there's a lot of interest in supply chain right now. And especially during all of this, where supply chains are getting disrupted, we're seeing a lot more need for visibility.
Yeah, blockchain is becoming way more popular these days.
It is, and it started out very exciting, then people kind of got sick of
That's
it,
right.
and now it's back exciting
That's
again.
right. Yeah. If you don't know what blockchain is, I would suggest you just Google it and look at it. John, I appreciate it.
Absolutely, and thank you so much.
Congratulations again, and let's see who we got next, folks.
We are here with Srikanth Kodeboyina. He is the managing partner at Blue Eyed Soft Corporation. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Man, I tell you what, I had been freaking out about saying your name right, and I'm so glad I got it right. Now, from what I understand, you have immigrated to the U.S. So where are you originally from?
I was born and brought up in India.
Okay.
So when I was 21, I came to America to pursue my master's degree in engineering.
Man, that's great. And where'd you go to school?
University of Dayton, Ohio.
Okay. That's awesome. So you were able to fast track your move to the U.S. How did that happen?
Oh, it was all of a sudden. I was a program manager working for a large Fortune 100 company managing their global projects.
Okay.
Then there was a need for U.S. Army, and they expedited everything out there. Within 4 months, it changed. I never dreamed to be an Army officer.
Yeah.
But took me 2.5 years to get the secret clearance. They thought I was a spy. Had to go through counterintelligence.
Oh, my goodness.
10 years of history, and finally became a commissioned officer. I'm still serving U.S. Army.
Oh, man. Well, thank you for your service. That is so great.
Oh, it's pleasure because giving something back, I never knew the value of that position which I was getting. I was just focusing on the skills that I had. But once you wear that uniform and get that first salute, you have a different vibe. And I'm honored to have that privilege to come. This happens only in America. Nowhere in the globe happens, right?
Yeah.
You're born at a different country. That's American thing, right?
Yeah.
You're respected for what you are.
Yeah.
And that's an honor. Who gets it?
I love that. So now tell us about what Blue Eyed Soft Corporation does.
We are an advanced data analytics company. So we are headquartered here in Greenville, South Carolina. So we are focused on space, satellite collision prevention, and recently we are focused on COVID-related medical imaging, so which is under review with FDA. We're very honored and proud of it.
Wow, that is fantastic. What a great story. So congratulations to you on this this honor, and we're going to take it back over to Rick.
Oh, thank you so much again.
Yeah.
I've got Brittany Hilbert here, and Brittany is the Vice President and Senior Small Business Banker at Pinnacle Financial Partners. Brittany, welcome and congrats to you.
Thank you.
I'm glad you're here.
Yes, me too.
You are the daughter of a serial entrepreneur.
Yes.
Your mom, right, had all kinds of businesses. Tell me about that.
Yeah, so my mom has done everything from pampered chef because she loved to cook. And as our families grew with marriages and children, she realized that her kitchen at her house wasn't enough space to store food and prep food and all of that. And she thought, if I'm just cooking for my family, you know, what do people do that are growing catering businesses and bakeries and things like that? So there wasn't a solution in the market, and she decided that she would just start her own.
Right.
So she went out and leased a 10,000 square foot warehouse and put a bunch of commercial kitchens in there and started going from there, and then got into co-packing, and it was just really exciting.
And now you're helping small business owners just like your mom. Did that experience with your mom help you now?
Yeah, definitely. As she was getting started, you know, businesses just face so many challenges, collecting money and getting it quickly and spending their time efficiently. Yeah. And I had started working in banking about the time she was getting going. And so she would be talking about her business, as business owners like to do. Right. And I'd be like, I know how to fix that problem, Mom. And so I just really figured out that that was really kind of where my passion lied.
Right. You helped organize a women's business panel.
Yeah.
How did that happen?
Well, it was kind of a partnership. I love to work with CPAs and know the team that my business owners work with. And we kind of started talking about how, you know, women in the area tend to feel like maybe they're underbanked or don't get access to the advice that they really wish they had. So we pulled together some really great people in the market. We grabbed a CPA from Elliott Davis. We worked with Ruth DePasquale, an attorney here in town, and pulled in a financial advisor from Merrill Lynch, and kind of brought some women together and let them ask questions, everything from I'm starting my business, what do I do first, to I've been in my business for 5 years and how do I plan an exit strategy, or what should I be doing differently?
Right.
So it was really exciting and went over well.
That is exciting. Congratulations
Thank
again
you.
to you. Folks, that is Brittany Hilbert, and she is with Pinnacle Financial Partners.
We are here with the Strategic Communications Director at Clemson University, Tara Romanella. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Listen, you work with Clemson. How fun has that been over the past several years?
It's been wonderful. I am not a Clemson graduate, so I was not aware of the Clemson family and how real that is. So over the past couple of years, learning about the culture, having an opportunity to promote the wonderful work of our faculty, staff, and students has just been an eye-opening experience, and I have an opportunity to learn something new every day. It's great. It really is.
So what do you love about the culture?
The drinking the juice at Clemson is real. You really buy in once you're there and you have an opportunity to be on campus and get to interact with the faculty, staff, and students. People want to see their colleagues and the students succeed, and so being a part of that culture is something that's so wonderful. And a lot of people don't necessarily know Clemson isn't sleepy old Clemson, as I'm sure people are familiar with the term. There's phenomenal research happening there every day, and having an opportunity to work with faculty who are on the front lines of some really, really phenomenal work that can change the world is just, it's amazing. It's amazing to learn from them and get to tell their stories.
Man, huge impacts globally.
Absolutely.
So tell us, what does your job entail?
So I have a very lengthy title. I am the Director of Strategic Communications for External Relations and Academic Communications. So every college has a group of communicators in it, and I have the pleasure of working with all of them on a regular daily basis to help promote the work that's happening in their college. So whether that's writing a story for our website or working with the media to promote the story so that everyone gets to hear about it, or just even thinking through how do we strategically tell this? What messaging do we need to put behind it? Obviously, the past couple of months have put a different spin on our work.
Oh my goodness, I can't imagine.
Yeah. So our team, and not just my team, but the entire strategic communications team has really been on the front lines working with the leadership team to make sure we're getting the important messages out to the community to keep everyone safe and return in the fall.
Lots of concern out there, right?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so totally different subject, right out of nowhere. I hear you were in Kevin Costner's home.
Oh my God. I didn't know if you guys were going to use this.
Well, of course we are. I mean, come on, you got to tell us about that.
So I lived in Los Angeles for several years and worked at an entertainment PR firm out there, and I was doing a photo shoot for Coastal Living magazine with one of my clients. And I had never been to this property before, and it was a beautiful neighborhood. And the driveway split, but if you had never been there before, you couldn't really tell just because of all of the kind of greenery and landscaping. And I just went down the wrong driveway. I was 24 years old, just bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, like, oh, these houses are nice. So get out of my car. I have a stylist and a makeup artist with me, and they're following me. We're all parked. Just knock on the door. No one answers. I'm like, well, this is the right place. My GPS is telling me it's the right place.
Right.
And I knock on the door, no one answers. I walk in, and I guess their maid or maybe his assistant or someone comes to the door or the entryway, and I walk in. I'm like, oh, I'm here for the photo shoot. And she's like, oh, come in. And I'm talking to her for a couple.
Which would be normal.
Right. And we're talking for a couple of minutes. And she was like, wait, the photo shoot was yesterday. And I was like, no, it's today. It's for Coastal Living, with my client. And I mentioned the client's name, and she's like, no. And I start looking around, and I see photos. She's like, this is Kevin Costner's house. I was like, oh, I'm in the wrong house. This is the address. She goes, yeah, you're next door. It's actually, if you keep going straight down that driveway.
Love it.
Yeah, it was fun. I didn't get to see him. Nice house. Great view.
Wow.
Yep.
Well, that is awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing
Yeah.
that little story. I love that. Well, congratulations
Thank
to you,
you.
Tara. Let's see who's next.
I am with Casey Jackson, and Casey is the first Vice President for Cushman and Wakefield Tallheimer. Casey, welcome. Congratulations.
Thank you. Happy to be here.
Oh, my goodness, I'm glad to have you here. You started out in the engineering sector and then decided to change over to commercial real estate. How did that change happen?
Well, I did business development for an engineering firm,
Yeah.
and I'm not an engineer. So after I'd done that for about 5 or 6 years, I was kind of just ready to make a jump into something else. And my current boss now was actually a client at the time, so I kind of let him know I was looking to do something different, and he said, what about commercial real estate? And I said, what about commercial real estate? So
Tell me about it.
here I am.
How long ago did that happen?
7 years ago.
I see. Where'd you go to school?
Lucky number 7. I went to North Carolina State.
Wolfpack. You were a key player in the relocation of the headquarters of the, I got to read this one, National Council of Examiners for Engineers and Surveyors.
Yes.
To Greenville. My gosh, that's a mouthful. Tell me about that.
So that is a great example of how a referral network should work. So a friend of mine who is an attorney does a lot of work with them and knew that they were looking for new space. And obviously that's what I do, commercial real estate. I help people find space. So I was introduced to them to kind of evaluate their needs, did a large multi-market survey for them. We weighed things like cost of living, proximity to airports, where their current workforce lives, and ultimately decided it made the most sense for them to stay in the upstate. So they originally wanted to build a new building because they wanted a state-of-the-art facility, but
sites in good proximity to downtown Greenville, and amenities are kind of hard to come by. So I just happened to know that there was a vacant Class A office building. Originally it was for lease only, but I knew the owner, and just because of the market fodder, I was able to put 2 and 2 together and convince them to sell, and now they're here, and they're all moved in, and it's a wonderful, wonderful project to be a part of.
That's great stuff. That's great stuff. Casey, congratulations to you again. That's Casey Jackson, folks.
Congratulations, Casey. We're so proud of you.
Congratulations, Casey. Casey, congratulations on being one of Greenville's best and being named 40 under 40.
Hey, Casey, I wanted to congratulate you on your 40 under 40 selection. That's awesome that you're so young and obviously so talented. And we're very lucky to have you on our team. Congrats.
Hey, Casey, on behalf of Robinson Weeks Partners, just wanted to congratulate you on your 40 under 40. Certainly enjoyed working with you. You've done an absolute fantastic job for our company.
We are here with the president of Threefold, Tim Joyner. Congratulations to you.
Thank you.
Tell us how you started Threefold. I heard that you started Threefold in your teens?
I was
Really?
a teenager. I was 13 actually.
13 years old. So tell us about that.
Well, the short version is I started buying and selling computers back before the internet was really a big thing. This was in the mid-90s. Before the e-commerce was really a thing. The idea of, giving your credit card to a perfect stranger on the other side of the world was kind of crazy. I bought a computer for $800 online, and I sold it for $1,200 in the classified news, in the classified ad section of my newspaper. And I thought, wow, that's a whole summer of mowing lawns in a week. So I thought that was pretty cool, and that kind of launched it. It didn't stay in computer retail for very long, but that's kind of how it got started.
So where did this entrepreneurial mindset come from?
So my dad has been self-employed really all his life. He owns real estate, and he has some coin-operated laundry equipment that he puts in buildings, and he used to own a laundromat and a handful of things like that. So I've kind of grown up around it, and that's really all I've ever done.
So can you tell us a little bit about what Threefold does?
Threefold is a growth agency, so we help businesses and organizations grow mainly through marketing and advertising. There's a lot that goes into it. We do a lot of brand work and digital marketing and some coaching and consulting, but at the core, what we really sell is growth.
Okay, all right. Do you guys support any local organizations or anything like that?
So we work with lots of nonprofits, particularly a lot of Christian organizations, not just local, but scattered across the U.S. and actually some international organizations as well. And the way that we do that is typically through providing services at cost. So we do quite a bit of that actually, but we don't, nothing that's big and famous like a Habitat for Humanity building a house or anything, but we end up touching, I don't know, probably 24 nonprofits that we work with at cost.
Well, Tim Joyner, congratulations to you.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm with Camber Parker now, and she is the Development Director for the Greenville Parkinson's Society. That's hard to say. Camber, welcome and congratulations.
Thank you, Rick, for having me.
Good
I
to have you
appreciate
here.
it.
Before we start and get into anything, I do want to point out this picture here, which would have shown to our viewers right before they came here. That's good form.
Thank you. I
That
like
is-
to think so. My
that is
dad would
really-
be happy to hear that. He
Yeah?
got me started a couple years back, and that was actually at one of our events, Water Cooler Classic, which we are having at Topgolf later this year for the Greenville Area Parkinson's Society.
Well, how about that? That worked real nice having that conversation.
Oh, yeah.
So what do you shoot?
I mean, that's
Okay.
maybe not there yet, but
Right.
but I will say that I go to Topgolf and get my practice in, get my swings in, so maybe one day we can play.
I got it. Well, that looks really good. Okay. So tell me about Yo Pro No.
So Yo Pro No is a blog turned business that I started a couple years back. Just felt like young professionals really needed a resource, a place to go to realize that there are lots of different professional opportunities out there and career paths that are not necessarily communicated to you when you're in college or right at the beginning of your young professional career.
Right. Greenville area parking success. See, I can't
It's
say
a mouthful.
that.
Gaps.
All right.
Gaps is what we like to call it.
Okay, good, because it's hard. You got the S's there, and it's hard. So, but that won't be a blooper. We're going to keep that in. So, I would imagine that is a fulfilling job.
It is. I actually have a personal connection to Parkinson's disease, and that's how I got started several years ago, actually as an intern while I was at Furman University,
Right.
Go Dens, and ended up coming on full time, and I've been there for over 2 years now, and it is very rewarding.
I bet it is. You mentioned Furman. You're a mentor there as well.
I am. Yeah, just started doing that this year, and that's also been very rewarding. I love giving back to the school in the best way I can.
Well, I appreciate you being here. Congratulations to you one more time. That is Camber Parker, and she is the development director at GAPS.
Here with Tracy Ramseur. She is the Cultural Arts Manager for the City of Greenville. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
This is exciting. You're the Cultural Arts Manager for the City of Greenville. So just how much fun is that?
It's a really fun position. And actually, I just started. I was previously the Senior Project Manager for the Economic Development Department. And so about 2 to 3 weeks ago, I transitioned into this new role
Okay.
as Cultural Arts Manager, and I'm in the Department of Events and Cultural Affairs.
So brand new in this spot. That's
Yes.
great. So what are you excited about most for it?
So I'm passionate about the arts, and I'm very excited to have an opportunity to create a robust cultural arts program for the city. It's something that we actually don't have right now.
Okay.
So it's a great opportunity. I currently manage our public art program, so this will give me a chance to continue doing that, but also expand the depth of our cultural art.
So in your previous role in economic development, what did you really enjoy, or what were you most proud of?
So I worked on the revitalization of our commercial corridors throughout the city. So I'm very proud of some of the areas that we've been able to make progress in, including the village of West Greenville. So if you haven't been out to the village, I would encourage you to go.
Oh yeah, it's absolutely amazing.
Over the past few years, we've done numerous streetscape projects. We've worked with the local business owners to improve the properties out there. We've created a public plaza, some public parking. So it's just really exciting to see everything going on out there.
Oh, that's great. Well, Tracy, congratulations on your honor. And it's back to you, Rick.
Now I'm with Carrie Lynch, and she is the Senior Director of Production and Operations at Infinity Marketing. Carrie, welcome and congratulations.
Thank you.
It's good to see you. Thanks for coming by. Congratulations on your award. You know, when you first joined Infinity, 15 years ago,
That's right, yes.
that company was fairly small, 7, 8 people.
That's right, I was number 7.
You were number 7.
Yes, I was.
And now there's someone who's about number 80,
That's right.
right?
Yeah.
Is that how many employees there are, 80?
It's about there.
Yeah?
I'm not sure the exact number.
Okay. What have you seen happen in those 15 years?
Yeah, it's been good to see it grow. It's been good to be part of the growth. So I was pretty much the only creative team member at the time when I started, and we've grown that to about 25 plus. It's been really exciting to be able to help that growth.
Right. And that staff of 25 plus reports to you.
Yes.
Is that correct?
That's correct.
How's it reporting or having 25 people report to you? That's a pretty big team.
We have a pretty nice team.
Yeah.
I like them all. Yeah.
I'm sure you do. I know a lot of folks over at Infinity. You guys do really good work.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I want to look at that picture right there.
Oh,
That
yes.
the family?
That is. Those are my kids.
Yeah.
Yes.
So tell me their names.
So Rowan is the little girl and Kellen is the little boy. They're a little bigger than that now, but that's us at a Clemson game.
Yeah. Rowan and Kellen?
Yes.
That's beautiful. I
Yeah.
love it. Our viewers saw that up close just a minute ago. Any advice for young business executives trying to get started?
I'd say what my dad told me was to pay attention to the details, and that I think has helped me a lot.
That's good advice. Carrie, thank you. Congratulations one more time. And we appreciate you being here.
Good to be here.
Take your award. We'll get a photo.
All right.
Congratulations, Carrie. Proud of you and all you've accomplished.
Congratulations, Carrie.
Hi, Carrie. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Carrie.
Congratulations, Carrie. Thank you for all that you do for the Infinity team.
Without you, Infinity would look like this.
Hey, congratulations, Carrie.
Carrie Lynch is the best.
Congratulations, Carrie. You're just simply amazing.
I'm here with Caitlin Steelman, CFO for Great Cliff Capital Partners. Caitlin, congratulations.
Thank you.
So I want you to tell us a little bit about Great Cliff.
Great Cliff is a real estate investment firm. We specialize in multifamily investments throughout the Southeast apartment complexes. We also, we buy fully developed properties, but then we also do ground up development. We've got properties throughout the Southeast as far north as Delaware and Pennsylvania, and then we've got a big development project in Nashville, so I think that's as far west as we're looking right now, but we're always looking for an opportunity, and it's been fun 5 years. When I first started, the company was smaller, and we've grown significantly, and it's been great. It's been a lot of fun. It's been a fantastic opportunity for me as well. So.
Oh, that's great. And fantastic opportunity in what way?
I was in public accounting for 7 years, and I had my first child, and wasn't necessarily as conducive an environment. And so I was like, let me take a step back in my career. And so I went actually to Denny's corporate for a little bit, and which was great. But then I just realized that I still had the drive and the ambition to do something. And I had told a recruiter that I said, if anything comes available, because we live in Greenville and that's in Spartanburg, I said, if anything comes available around this area that's kind of like this type of opportunity, let me know. Well, she called me about the Great Cliff opportunity, and it was just like, wow, it's 5 minutes from the house, and it's
close, convenient.
It's close, convenient. My world got within a 5-mile radius, and but so much of it we've been able to build. Jennifer Moore, our chief operating officer, it was basically just she and I initially, and one of the local partners in Greenville, and we just kind of started to build, and we were able to just put so much of our own personal stamp on it, which is where some of the, let's make sure we support other staff, we build it out proactively, not reactively, and what can we do? So that's been great, and it's also very flexible, and it's been fantastic.
Well, and I love that you talk about staff, because you take time to mentor less experienced team members. So did somebody do that for you? That kind of.
I had some good. There were some good people. Ellie Davis has a mentoring program. And I had a really great, I was on the tax side, but I had a really fantastic mentor on the audit side. And she took the time, and I just always felt like it was important. I also, I was an adjunct faculty at Midlands Tech as well, just because I really liked teaching accounting. Very strange. But it was just, I just liked, hey, you have the opportunity to grow, and let's do it together. Sometimes in a review process, you walk into an annual review and they're just like, well, you messed all this stuff up this year, and it's not helpful. It's not productive. It doesn't get people where they need to go. And so that was one of the things that I got to develop for Great Cliff, was how we do our review process, and it's like, okay, we're going to make sure that we do this all the time, and make sure we set goals, and okay, let's do some little goals that are easy, not easy, but
chip away
at
it,
like, and let's look at the bigger picture on down the road. So, and it's been great. I love getting people where they need to be, and hopefully they always stay with us. But
well, the last thing I want to talk about is that you volunteer your time to help empower women and children. How are you accomplishing that?
Well, I volunteer with all my children's activities at their schools, and then also I got involved with the Educational Foundation for Women in Accounting this past year, and helped them review scholarship applications, and it was just so such an enlightening experience of just like, wow, there's just so many, reading those applications, and I was like, okay, I want to get even more involved. And I actually filled out my Girl Scout volunteer background check. I was a Girl Scout all the way through the Gold
That's
Awards,
great,
so
yeah.
I was excited. I was like, yes. So just doing that and doing the mentoring programs at my son's school. He'll be in second grade actually. But then just trying to just make sure a little bit of that is through our charitable foundation too.
Yeah.
What I say charitable foundation, our charitable platform, where we all get to sponsor and work with causes that are really important to us. And
Yep.
so it's another vehicle for us to kind of funnel support to people that really need it. So,
Oh,
and
that's
that's where they also gave me the opportunity to do that. They said, well, what do you want to do? And I said, I want this amount of money every year to help causes. So it's been great.
That's awesome. Well, Caitlin, congratulations to you on the award. Back to you, Rick.
Congrats on being awesome, Caitlin. Woohoo!
That's on being top 40, under 40, but you are number 1 in my book.
Congratulations on being named one of Greenville's 40 under 40.
For being such a great leader here at Great Cliff.
Congrats on being top 40. Cheers.
Congratulations. Well deserved.
Congrats, Caitlin.
Who's awesome? You're awesome.
Congrats, Caitlin.
I'm talking with Lindsay McMillian-Steeman, owner and CEO at McMillian Consulting. Lindsay, congratulations.
Thank you. I'm
It is
excited to
good
be
to
here.
see you.
You too. You too.
So let's start with this. You are most definitely not an archaeologist,
No, I'm not.
but you wanted to be one at one point.
I did.
Really?
I did.
How'd that happen?
Well, once I figured out how to spell that very difficult word
Yes.
as a young child, I mean, that's a pretty big feat in and of itself.
That's right.
And then I learned what it meant.
Right.
And in my young adolescent mind, it meant hunting for hidden treasure.
Like
so who would
Indiana
want to
Jones.
do? Yes.
Right.
Who
You
wouldn't wanna
watched
do
that
that?
show. You watched that movie, and that's
Yeah.
yeah. Of
Spot
course.
on. Spot on.
Everyone wanted to be an archaeologist after Indiana Jones.
Exactly.
All right, enough of that. Tell me about McMillian Consulting.
So we believe that we're in the confidence building and empowerment business.
Love it.
Yes.
Empowerment business.
Yes. And
So give me an idea. What are your services?
Right. So we start with the confidence building piece and ensuring that people's offline reputation is mirrored online, specifically through their LinkedIn profiles. And in that, we then empower them by training them and equipping them to navigate LinkedIn as a business tool.
I love it. I want to talk to you about that. I'm doing more and more on LinkedIn, but I continue to find out I don't know how to do that.
And
so-
it's changing all the time,
Right.
right?
So you can help me do that.
That's right. And
All
we
right.
only stay in our lane. LinkedIn is our specialty. We don't touch any other platform.
Got it. Well, that's good to know. All right, so we'll talk.
Okay.
All right, lastly, tell me about the 3-tip-bit program.
Yeah, that was really fun. So when it was really the first day the United States shut down with the pandemic, and God placed this idea on my heart, hey, people need to hear some inspiration and confidence and some words of encouragement. So I immediately took action, which is a little against my nature. I sometimes am a paralysis by analysis type of person, but so I gathered very quickly 18 people and interviewed them in a very simple conversation, and they shared 3 tips that were keeping them afloat during this time, and they were all in different industries across the country, and they were less than 10-minute conversations, and we shared it online and got great feedback, and it was very timely. And so I call it a mini series because we did sunset it, but it was a lot of fun.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. Well, congratulations to you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you for joining us. All right, up next, I've got Chris Manley here. Chris is the founder and CEO of Ingenious Marketing, and he is also the CEO of Rebuild Upstate. Chris, you founded an award-winning company now, but you founded that 13 years ago.
Sure.
How old were you when you founded it?
Oh gosh, got to do math this morning.
Yeah, do math, man. You were young.
Yeah, 22.
22 years old, right out of school?
Yeah, right out of school.
Where'd you go?
Clemson.
You went to Clemson.
Yeah.
You get out of school, and what makes you not want to go work for another marketing agency and do your own thing? How'd that work?
Yeah, it worked fairly well. I think my goal, I grew up in an age of crazy stuff was going on. I mean, I remember Enron happened when I was in high school.
Oh, goodness,
and all that kind of fun stuff.
Yeah.
And so my focus really was, how can we create a company that cares about its people, cares about the clients that it works with, and cares about the community as a whole. Right. And so that's really been the goal all along. I'd had some background in digital marketing, and that's how it came to be.
Wow. Start out with a client or two, I'm guessing, and then you just built and built and built.
Yeah, fortunately, we had a client within the first week of getting started.
That helps.
We didn't quite know that was going to happen. It fell into our lap, and so
Right.
that helped, and then we just started building from there.
You're also the CEO, and are you the founder of Rebuild Upstate as well?
Correct.
My goodness. And Rebuild Upstate, that's a pretty cool thing. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so Rebuild Upstate, we work with low-income homeowners to repair their home. Right. They're living in a home that is in a state of disrepair, and so we go in and help them free of charge, kind of fix some of the things, the roof, flooring, things like that may be in disrepair that are making it an unsafe living environment.
And you do about 160 homes a year, I believe.
Yeah, somewhere between 160 and 170 is what we've been averaging.
Right. How do you get the money to do that? Knock on doors?
Yeah, all over. We're very blessed to have a very diverse stream of revenue from all over. But I mean, it's a combination of grants, donations from the community, from businesses that sponsor things, as well as churches in the community.
Okay, so you have started a very successful marketing firm, and now rebuilding Upstate, which has to be very gratifying for you.
Absolutely.
What's the thing you're most proud of over these last years since you got out of Clemson?
Whew. The thing I'm probably most proud of is being a dad. I've got three kids at home, 9, 7, and 3, and they are they keep things exciting.
Yeah.
But there's nothing I think I'm more proud of than being a dad to them.
Wonderful answer. Folks, that is Chris Manley, the founder and CEO of Genius Marketing. Joe, who you got next?
Chris Manley, congratulations. On behalf of the Rebuild Upstate staff and board, we're very proud of all you've accomplished. Thanks to you, over 1,000 homes in the Upstate are safer and healthier for the families who live inside them. So Chris, congratulations, and thanks again for all you do.
I am here with Tice Wellborn, the senior geologist at Terracon Consultants. How are you today?
Doing well. How are you?
Good. Congratulations to you.
Thank you.
So, you received a geology degree from Clemson. How did you decide on that career track?
It kind of found me.
Okay. All right.
I had explored engineering, and I didn't like the idea of being typical engineering job behind the desk all day, and so I started looking at some other avenues, and geology came up. It's one of those, and it just sounded very interesting. Rocks and dirt and things like that, and there was that balance there of desk time and outside time.
Right.
So I found a nice balance there, and said, sure, why not?
Okay. So now tell me, well, what does a geologist do?
Well, a little bit of everything. So I specialize in environmental geology and work as an environmental consultant. Save the world one old gas station or old textile mill at a time.
Okay.
And specifically the area that I focus in is called brownfields redevelopment.
Okay.
Brownfields are those properties that everyone passes them every day on your way to work. That old gas station that's been vacant for 40 plus years that no one will touch. And so we work with EPA and various communities to acquire grant funding within the communities to make something happen there, to redevelop those properties. And I'll give you a specific example. I just finished up a large property in our project in Pickens.
Mm-hmm.
There was an old rail depot there. If you haven't heard of their trail there, the Doodle Trail that connects Easley and Pickens, this was at their trailhead. It's an old rundown railroad repair facility, the city on the property. We helped get grant money to clean that property up, and now it's a park, farmer's market, beautiful little property.
That's great. And you've been with Terracon now for 7 years, is that right?
7 years, that's right.
Wow, and how do you like it there?
Oh, I love it. It's a great place to work. We have a great team, people that I can rely on, and I thank them every day for the team approach that we take and all the experts.
I love that. That's great. Well, listen, Tice, congratulations. So, Rick, I can't believe it, but really, this is my last interview, and I have thoroughly enjoyed my time honoring these wonderful, amazing people today. So it's back to you.
Thank you, Joe. I can't believe it that we're finished. We're through 40, and I'm sitting here with John Wright, and he's last but not least, certainly. But this has been a lot of fun, Joe. I hope you enjoyed it. And I want to tell everybody out there, once I'm finished with John, don't go anywhere because we do have a special surprise coming up right after this. But for now, I am with John Wright, number 40 on the 40 under 40 list, and he is the president and CEO of McCoy-Wright Realty Group. John, how are you?
Doing well, Rick. How are you?
I'm doing well, man.
Good.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much, and I appreciate the opportunity to be here with you.
I'm glad you are.
Yes, sir.
This business that you are running now has been in your family for 4 generations.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What is that? Is that a great-grandfather?
Great-grandfather, that's right.
Your
Yes,
great-grandfather.
Sir. Yes, sir. So we started, my great-grandfather and grandfather kind of started it together in 1952, and primarily the construction and development business, and then added the real estate component over time. And then eventually, in the mid-90s, I think it was 95, my dad, who was a third generation, took it and made it exclusively a commercial real estate firm. And that's kind of been our focus for, I guess, the last 25 years or so. And so I bought my dad out of the business in January and became the 4th generation owner of our family's business. And so a lot of exciting changes that have happened over the last 7.5 months. We relocated from the building that my grandfather and great-grandfather built in the late 50s, I guess, and we were there for almost 60 years, I guess.
Right.
And so it's been a lot of fun rebranding. Trying to. There's a tremendous amount of benefit I think that goes along with being a 70-year-old almost company, but I think the battle that you want to continue to, I guess, fight is not ever to become stale or stagnant. And so we're trying to do a lot of things right now in rebranding and keeping our image fresh.
Right.
Yes, sir.
Well, you are a positive guy if you say you bought it about 7 months ago, and it's been great because of everything we're going through. So compliments to you for staying positive during these tough, challenging times.
I'm a big believer in that. That's something that was instilled in me, in college, and really from my head football coach, Davo Sweeney, is always staying positive no matter what the circumstances are. And so I've had to really put that into practice, particularly over the last, 4 months, I guess, since the midst of a global pandemic. But you know what? I think just always having that positive attitude and believing that the best is yet to come has really helped fuel me individually and our team as well. And so, it's been interesting, but always staying optimistic, I think, is so critical.
Good. All right, John, thank you.
Yes, sir.
I appreciate
Thank
you
Rick.
being here.
Thank
Congratulations
you for having me.
one more time.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. Joe, I think that does it for us, but once again, to our viewers, don't go anywhere. We're going to take a quick, short break, and we'll be right back with a nice little surprise. See you in just a minute.
John, so very proud for you and of you. A big congratulations. Your family for 4 generations has given back to Anderson, and we're proud that you're a past chairman of our board of directors. Thank you so much for your commitment, your dedication, and for your service to our community. And like you always say, the best is yet to come. Congratulations, John.
Welcome back, everyone. I told you at the beginning of the show that we had a special surprise at the conclusion of the interview portion. Of our 40 honorees, only 37 of them were able to get into our studios to film their interview spots. The other 3 had more important things to attend to. Those other 3 are Amy Tinsley, the Executive Director at the South Carolina Automotive Council, Yulita Austin, the President at US&S, and Kelly Owens, the owner and CEO at Marley Lilly. Let's see what's new in their lives.
Hi everyone, I appreciate the opportunity to provide this video. I have been on maternity leave and was not able to film in person in Greenville. We were busy welcoming the newest member of our family, Miss Henrietta Tinsley, who joined us about 2 weeks ago. I want to congratulate all of my fellow award winners and thank you to GSA Biz for hosting this event, and I hope to see you all soon.
So if you're wondering why I'm off site, it's because of some pretty big news. I have always said that becoming a mom was one of the most amazing accomplishments, one of the biggest accomplishments of my life. And I'm happy to share with you all that we just welcomed baby number 3, our miracle baby, just a few weeks ago. Her name is Devin Yulita Alston. And not only is she my namesake, but she also shares the initials of her dad, DEA, which is pretty neat.
Congratulations, Yulita. I can't think of anyone who's more deserved to have this award than you.
Hey, Yulita, congratulations on your award. It's well deserved.
Big shout out and congratulations, Yulita.
Congrats, Yulita. At this rate, we should be preparing for top 80 under 80.
Hey, Yulita, I just want to say congratulations. Way to go.
Yulita, congratulations on winning 40 under 40. You make Dad very proud. Way to go.
What a way to end the show. Well, folks, that does it. Thank you for joining us. I hope you enjoyed it as much as we enjoyed bringing it to you. Congratulations one last time to our 40 honorees. Before you sign off, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube page. When you get a chance, browse around a bit. We got a lot of video series that might pique your interest. Thank you, everyone. Stay safe upstate.